Aloha biology students. I hope you all had a nice spring break and you guys got to have some fun and just relax and not think about school for a little while. Today starts a new quarter, so we all have a fresh start and we're halfway done with this class. So this is the first week of quarter 3. Before I jump into what we're doing this week, I just wanted to give a quick update about my new late work policy. So before I didn't have a late work policy. You could kind of turn stuff in anytime and still get full credit for that. Well, I think this has kind of created some not that great habits for a lot of students, distance learners and face-to-face students alike. So I'm instilling a new late work policy for my class and for assignments. So let's say we're looking at this first thing we're going to do on Monday, this fermentation lab analysis. Well, if you don't turn it in on Monday, the day that it's due, right, the day that it says it's due over here on your right in Schoology, and the day that you see it on the calendar, if you turn it in the next day, then you're going to get docked 10% on that grade. So let's say this was out of 100 points, then you would get a 90 if you turn it in the day the next day. You'd get 10 more points the following day and 10 more points the following day. So the lowest grade that you could get on something, if it was full credit, if you did like a really great job on it, you could have a week to turn this in, and then you could get 50% of the grade on that. So I know this is a lot different than my policy before, but I really want to encourage you guys that you need to be checking into biology as well as all of your other classes every single day. You need to log on and do your attendance every day, and you need to do your kuleana that's expected of you. So I hope that makes sense. I hope you guys understand why I'm doing this. If you have a special circumstance and you need more time on a certain project, or you're going out of town, or whatever it is that may be getting in the way of you completing something, you have to reach out and you have to talk to me ahead of time. So no excuses will be given if you're 2 weeks late on something and you're like, oh, I was gonna do it, but blah 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 blah. Like, you need an excused absence, or like a legit excuse if you're gonna be having late work. Okay. So hopefully this encourages you just to stay on it. We have a lot of kuleana to get through this quarter. Once we finish this quarter 3 and we jump into quarter 4, our state assessment is at the very beginning of quarter 4. So after we take that state assessment, then we'll have a couple weeks to kind of like relax and catch our breath and learn a little bit more in depth some of the cool biology concepts. But we're trying to get a lot done in a very short amount of time. So we essentially have 6 more weeks until our state assessment. Okay, so we got to get through all of this about cells and genetics and evolution in that time. Okay, so keep up to date with your work, and reach out if you need help or something. Okay. Let me go ahead and talk about what we're doing this week. So Monday, today, you should be watching this video today on Monday. We're doing this fermentation lab, and we're doing this analysis. So before, none of you distance learners came in to actually do this lab, but we made root beer and ginger ale from yeast. Like, we're fermenting, right? And we were learning about cellular respiration and fermentation. Well, the lab questions that are associated with this, I want everyone to do. So even if you didn't come to school and do this lab, I still want you to do this lab analysis. You find that, it pops up over here on the right-hand side, but what that looks like here, this is the paper I gave out before spring break so we could learn a little bit more about it. And then here's the instructions on how to make that. We just made like class batches of each of these and then bottled them. Okay, so now everyone's going to do this. So when you go and click on this assignment, fermentation lab analysis, it's going to open up this document. So you can answer, I made sure that you can answer all of these lab analysis questions based on the information that's provided here and in your textbook. Okay, so it's not like you're missing out on anything. Like, obviously you're not going to get to drink root beer or ginger ale, but you can still answer all of these from the information contained within the lab description. Okay, So there's two versions here. I say that this one is for the distance learners. DL is distance learners. I want you guys to type your answers in here. And then at the bottom, you'll see the same questions, but I made it different so I can print it out and students can write on here, okay? So you can click on this video link. By the time I upload this video, this link will be clickable. Basically, it's just a quick video that I made of the process because it took many days and I was checking the bottles over spring break. It's not necessary that you watch this video in order to answer these questions, but it's, interesting, like if you want to see the process and then the final result. So yeah, so that's what that is, the fermentation lab analysis. Everyone needs to do this. There's just to kind of jog your memory, watch this Edpuzzle video first. And then we're jumping into chapter 11, and this is all about how cells grow and divide. So we're learning about cell division in this, and why do they even do that in the first place. So we're just doing sections 11.1 and 11.2 from chapter 11. So we have our notes and then our associated homeworks. We have an Edpuzzle that we're doing. And then I'll talk about this lab in a second. And then, instead of having you guys read and do notes on 11.3 and 11.4, I found some really good Edpuzzles to take their places. So on Thursday, you guys are going to just watch two Edpuzzles, one for each section of chapter 11. And then we're finished with chapter 11. There is an extra credit opportunity on Thursday as well, and this is just listening to a podcast. It's 22 minutes long about these Tasmanian devils and this weird tumor disease that they were going through. So it's related to the cell cycle and cancer and stuff like that, which is all contained within chapter 11. So this is extra credit, and it's due on Thursday, okay? The same policy will apply for late work for this. Okay, now let me talk about this modeling mitosis. I'm calling this a lab. It's more like a demonstration, and you're going to make a model of mitosis. Okay, so the way I want you to do that is I want you to either use some stuff that you have around the house, or maybe you can draw. Let me get out of this so I can show it to you. This is the instructions. When you click on it over here in Schoology, this is the document that's going to pop up, okay? Modeling mitosis. So you need to basically make a visual product of mitosis. So the different phases of mitosis, which you'll read about in 11.2, here's all the things that you need to include in your model, okay? But it needs to be a shareable method. So I say, I recommend that you use stop motion and, within the TikTok app, or make something like a video on Instagram, or you can make a flip book and take pictures and stitch them together. So the option is yours. Like, those are my suggestions. But you total have creative direction here. So we're going to be doing this in partners in class, but you guys can either try to work together on your own, or partners from home, or just do it on your own. And then I want approval beforehand, but since you guys aren't in class, you guys don't need to get approval here, but you do need to do this planning phase, but you don't need the approval part. So kind of jot down your ideas for the plan, and then just go for it and go ahead and make your model. Okay, so I think the instructions are pretty clear. Let me know if they're not, and if you have a question. You do need to share your final product with me. So I tell you here, carry out your plan, whether it's photographs, videos, or whatever you want to do. Organize it, and then the last step is you have to share your model creation with me. Okay, so you can do this by clicking on this assignment, and then you can upload a video if that's what you made, or you can send it to me on Schoology message, email, Instagram, text, or AirDrop if you're in class. So I'm kind of asking you a lot. This is something new we haven't done before, but it's an effective way to learn this mitosis, cellular division, okay? So go and watch the Edpuzzle for that first. So you're going to read 11.2, and then you're going to watch the Edpuzzle, and then I want you to do your own modeling of that. And then there's a 11.2 homework in there. There's also this biology coloring book assignment. Okay, so I know this kind of seems like a lot back to back, but we just got to get through this. So this coloring page will help you too. I tell you in the instructions here to go and look at page 349. It's really good and has the names of the phases and a very brief description, and it shows you what they look like. And then you also need some labels too. So let me talk about the biology coloring book real quick, this BCB thing. You guys need to come and pick up your packets. I have a new packet for you for this quarter. I know I gave you this mitosis sheet last quarter. We didn't actually get to chapter 11 last quarter. So we are going to be starting with this chapter this quarter. So you just need this one BCB page for chapter 11. And then there's a couple for chapter 12 and a couple for chapter 13. It's not too many, but your packets are available in the office for you. You need to come pick up at your earliest convenience because you have this mitosis one due on Wednesday. Okay, that's your Wednesday homework. Okay, and then this, I'm not sure how long this modeling thing is going to take, so I made time for it on Thursday too. Both of these ed puzzles are relatively short. So if you want to get, go ahead and beef up your grade a little bit and get some extra credit, I highly recommend listening to this podcast. It's really interesting. And it's, like I said, it's 22 minutes long. And the way this looks like, it's in Schoology, just like everything else is. When you click on it, it's going to open this document. This is the Tasmanian devils and they're super weird, funky tumors. So what I do with this is I just let you know, it's worth up to 10 points in the assignments grading category. Here's the link to go and listen to it. When you click on this, let me see if I can just show you this. When you click on this, it's going to bring the page up. And sorry, my internet's slow right now. You click on this green button, listen. You're going to click on this. And then there's a player that should pop up on the bottom of your web page or something. Poor little Tasmanian devil. So once it loads, mine's taking forever right now, but the player will pop up here and it has a time. It counts the time on the right-hand side. So what I did is I went and, typed up these questions. Oh, look here, it's playing. So I'm going to pause it, and then it tells you what time it's at. Okay, so what I want you to do is play it and then listen to it, and then on my questions I say, oh, stop it at 9 minutes and then answer this question. Stop it at 10 minutes and 30 seconds, answer this one. So that's what those times are for. So hopefully that helps you a little bit. And then, like I said, this is extra credit. So it'll go towards your assignments category, which, you have your homeworks in your assignments and the ed puzzles and stuff. Those all go in your assignments category. So go ahead and do your extra credit if you want to. It's not mandatory, but it definitely will help you out. And then I think that's it for this week. So let me know if you have any questions, and reach out if you need any help. I'm definitely here if you want to talk about an assignment, or if you need an extension. You just got to communicate with me, okay? So attendance, new late policy, come pick up your biology coloring book, and I think that's it for now. So I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Aloha. Bye.